Hey, it's Alan. Today's video from MSQI is going to show you how to use the San Diego Quick with an actual live student to program for rewards. Everything you need is here on the Flipgrid page. So these are the three documents that I used for the demonstration. Go ahead and check these off, pause your video, and keep an eye out. How well did I do? Then you'll see me read directly from this paragraph here to explain the process. And then you will see me writing on this document here when the students got it correct or incorrect. It's really important to check off and to mark it up so that they can't know whether they got it right or wrong. This secondary diagnostic is crucial to making sure students are programmed properly. I'll share with you that I worked with a student. The MAP data said first grade. She said she hated reading. Then she, as an eighth grader, was testing in the sixth grade range, but she doesn't like reading, but she can read. Flip that to the converse. Another student said, "Oh, I love reading. I just bought a book yesterday." The MAP data said she was reading at a third grade level. So I thought, oh, well, that must be incorrect because here's an active reader and she's telling me what book she was reading. And the data was accurate. Once I did the San Diego Quick, she had difficulty reading the passage. So we got to look at the data. We got to talk to the students. We need to know what their needs are and prescribe them with the tools to make sure that they're getting what they need. Let's take a look. So I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate your time. It's really valuable. So you took a universal screener, and what we're going to do today is to see if that data is accurate. And this data will let us know like what type of books to offer you. If we're going to put you in a group, what would be beneficial to know so that we can place you with the right text. And if we find out that there's some areas that we could support, we're going to be able to give you the right information and the right support to support you as a reader. Does that sound like a good idea? Great. So I have a list of words for you. Now, I don't expect you to know all the words, and that's okay. So you're just going to do your best. And it's not timed, so you don't have to worry about rushing or, oh no, there's a timer coming. Don't worry about it. So you do not need to rush. Try to read each word, even if you feel unsure. Once you think you're correct, go ahead and uncover the next word. So I can do two things for you here. I can do this, so you only see the words one at a time, or you can just look at the list. Which do you prefer?
Look at the list.
Looking at the list, I hear you. So what I'm going to do, based upon the data that we have, is I'm going to ask you to start with, let me see the page. Right here, and then you're going to go to the top here. So take it right here. You're going to start with this word. You're going to take your time, and then you go up to the top here.
All right. Now I can go right now?
You feel ready to go? Go.
City, middle, moment, right end, exclaim, servo, lonely, drew, sin, stray, decide.
Take a breath for me. So remember, it's not time, so it's okay. Take your time, attack the word, sound it out if you need to. It's not a race.
Okay.
All right, you're doing really well. So I really appreciate you going through this list and taking the feedback. You ready for the next set?
Yeah.
Great.
Decide, serve, amaze, silence, wrecked, improve, centrally, entired, realized, inappropriate, scanty, business, concerned, disgust, behave, splendid, I don't know this word.
Okay.
Escape, grim, bridge, comerical, oblish, trucker, parents.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you there. You did really well in the sense that you attacked those words, you didn't give up. And I'm going to stop you there because remember in the beginning I told you it's going to get harder as you go. And you've done enough to let me know enough information about what text would be best for you. How did that feel for you?
Good.
Oh, can you tell me why it felt good? Support that claim with some evidence.
Because I felt good because I was reading and you could tell what kind of books I need and what stuff, like what do I need help with and stuff.
Okay. That's it. It's really that quick. So It really is user friendly for the person administering the screen as well as the student who is taking the screen. If I was to do it again, seen this done remotely and in person. I would make it easier for the student to read the list. So I would get rid of some of the clutter. And that's it. I would encourage you to go back, re-watch this, take this sheet, mark it up. Where do you place our student? What is the frustration level? There was a point where I wanted him to stop and he didn't stop. You can see that in the video, and that's okay. I just went with it. I just rolled with it. He read 4 or 5 more until I felt there was a time for me to say, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So in the next clip, I'm going to model the reading passage piece. I believe that collecting the fluency data as well as asking the comprehension questions with a grade level text at grade level text is really beneficial. Again, this is a model to think about how are we asking students to read to us, what are we listening for, and then how do we set goals. Okay, can we do another activity that'll give me even more information? I'll take that as a yes. Thank you so much. So let's take a look at fluency. So fluency is how fast, how slow, how accurate, and how much emotion or emphasis you have while you're reading. So I would normally set a timer, but I'm not going to set a timer for you today. Just go ahead and read the title in that first passage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions about what you think you did well, and then I'll give you some ideas of what I'm thinking after listening to you read, and then we'll set some next step goals.
Okay. For many humans and animals, is a part of life. Migration simply means moving from place to place. Animals and humans have some of the same purpose for. They migrate to find food, water, shelter, good weather, or a safer place to raise their young. But animals and humans differ from each other as well.
Thank you. Yeah, take a breath. Thank you so much. So take a breath, collect yourself. What's something that you did well as a reader? Something that you're proud of, something you feel confident about?
I pronounced the word.
Oh, which ones? Which ones did you feel really comfortable with?
Migrate.
Oh, that was kind of tricky at the beginning. How did you get through that?
I locked my eyes on it and paid attention and sounded it out.
Sounded it out. It seemed like you're doing that in your head a little bit too. So that's a really strong strategy that readers do, is when they get to a tricky word or a word that's multisyllabic, it's complex, and you probably haven't heard this word a lot because we really only use it in social studies and science class, and yet you persevere. So can we agree that you, as a reader, persevere even when the text is difficult?
Mm-hmm.
I have a comprehension question for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
According to the text, what is migration?
I don't know.
I'll give you a second. I'll give you 5 seconds. Go back and read. It starts with line 10, but go ahead and give it a shot.
Migration simply means moving from place to place.
Okay.
Moving from place to place.
Okay. So we're going to migrate you back to your class once we're done here. And then sometimes when we migrate down to the cafeteria, some of us get lost along the way. Is that an accurate statement? Sometimes. So, right, migration simply means moving from place to place. So the program that we're thinking about for you allows you to do this really overt and covert strategies to attack words like migration by identifying the prefixes, the suffixes, and doing exactly what you're doing, which is attacking that word. Does that sound like something you're interested in? So that's the whole process. And at the end, we connected how we use the students' time to identify the program to meet them where they are. You have everything you need. It's going to feel a little uncomfortable at first, 20 to 30 exposures, and you will be a rewards San Diego Quick Pro.